Education and Visitor Experience Coordinator here at the Harriet Beecher Stowe Center, and I have a very important Stowe House question for you. What is this giant pile of books doing in the middle of Harriet's hallway? Are they Bibles? Are they diaries? No! It's actually a petition composed entirely of signatures of women from the United Kingdom who are voicing their opposition to the institution of American race-based chattel slavery. The reason an anti-slavery petition ends up being so enormous is because it actually contains 562,848 signatures total, over 500,000. So where did this thing come from? How did it get here? How does it help us understand the history of anti-slavery activism in the Anglophone world and activism today? Find out! Let's go back in time to the middle of the 19th century. Uncle Tom's Cabin, Harriet Beecher Stowe's famous anti-slavery novel, is published in 1852, and it's an immediate bestseller, not just here in the US, but internationally as well. It's especially popular in the United Kingdom, where it sells 1.5 million copies its first year in print, and it finds an especially receptive audience among women social reformers. Now, this is a time when women can't vote in the United States or in the UK. They also face severe restrictions on their educational opportunities and even their ability to speak and interact in the public sphere. That said, upper-class British women were often granted more license to speak publicly and to exert social influence than middle and working-class women. And aristocratic women in particular were oftentimes involved in social causes and philanthropy. A group of prominent English women, all of them wealthy, all of them white, and almost all of them with noble titles, were inspired by Uncle Tom's Cabin to meet in London to try to address the injustice of American enslavement. These women included the Duchess of Sutherland, a close personal friend of Queen Victoria, the Duchesses of Bedford and Argyll, and the wives of Charles Dickens and Lord Alfred Tennyson. Propriety demanded that these ladies have a man as an advisor and public spokesperson, so the Earl of Shaftesbury is also there. Now, as members of the landed gentry, many of these people faced significant criticism in their own lifetimes about the treatment of the tenant laborers on their estates. Did these folks really care about the humanity and freedom of enslaved black folks in the United States? Or was American emancipation just a big PR stunt? That's a question that'll have to wait for another day. Together, these women compose a petition titled An Affectionate and Christian Address of Many Thousands of Women of Great Britain and Ireland to their sisters, the women of the United States of America. The text of the petition presents a Christian argument against the institution of slavery, and it emphasizes how enslaved people are, 1, denied the sanctity of marriage, 2, how children and families are forcibly separated, and 3, how enslaved people are denied education. But specifically a proper Christian education that would allow them to read the Bible and know Jesus. So, the petition originates among a group of supremely privileged English women, but it does actually circulate widely among women of all social classes. Women's groups actually carried the petition door to door, canvassing middle and working class neighborhoods, just as activists might today. So the 500,000 signatures ultimately add up to 26 massive leather-bound volumes. Now, we can't know the races or ethnicities of these women, but we can safely assume that the vast majority were white, and they all do self-identify as Christian. We do know that economically, these women came from all walks of life, because on the document itself, you can see that in order for a woman to sign, she needed to also list her husband or father's name and occupation. So even though this was specifically designed to be a women's petition, rallying women as a moral force because they have no legal political voice, each woman signing it still had to be attached to a man in order to contribute. So these women activists rally 500,000 supporters to the anti-slavery cause. They get them to actually put pen to paper, expressing their outrage at the institution of American enslavement. What happens next? To find out, watch part 2 of this video.